So I turned around and looked to where the decorating table was, and it was boxes and boxes of products stacked to almost the ceiling. A product on the table, and my inviting hat went through the rug. Then, from her being smart, then I said, I'll be back. Then I went straight upstairs to the store manager office, and I sat down, and I said, look, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. And she looked like, I was like, that bakery is unorganized. I said, I feel like I can approach her or, come up with a solution to help her get the bakery back in order, because I feel like she's going to be offended by it. And the next thing my store manager said was, well, that's very much her. She's going to feel intimidated because she's going to feel like you're trying to take her job. I was like, I don't want her job. I'm just here to help. I said, this is why you hired me. I know what's up, and I have the knowledge of it, and I'm willing to help. I said, but how can I help her if she's being intimidated and being mad?
Further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
On one, ready? Let's get set. Side. 180. Right side.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
180. 180.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Gun. Cut. Can't.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That good for 19 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. We look at this Browns defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180.
There's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Now Burrow. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now it's Burrow. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. An ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. He's got daylight. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Down. 19, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Warriors 70. Ready, ready.
Now Sanders. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time. Then we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because you know.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Here we go. Set. Bronco leading. 18. 5 in. Dragon 60.
Sanders to throw. Checks it down to Jenkins. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Here's Sanders. Open man is bombed. He's got it. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Third and 8.
Let's go now.
Throwing, Sanders.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out.
Sanders once more.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
These two teams all tied after one.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Come on, set.
To throw is Sanders. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
17. Back. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Sanders.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. and this time they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he's got it. Touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play it Thursday night, and that ball going to be intercepted yet again. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80, 79 Broncos. Let's go.
Out of the gun here, Sanders.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Sanders.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Top 19, Panther 60, Panther 60.
From the gun, it's Shedeur.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
19, 18. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time. He's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3rd down and 13.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Side. 80, 12. 11, 11, 11. Side.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line.
And the Bengals 1st down. A gain of 22 yards. 1st down.
Here's Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
60 vices, 60 vices.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready? Tag! 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
Throwing again at Sanders. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
From the gun, it's Sanders. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
60 Cardinal, drag him 60.
To throw again, here is Sanders.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the Bengals 12-yard line.
Mama jump. Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown!
Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Bengals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.